Hi there, Pac-12 football guy here again. Hope everyone is well. Been a few weeks since I posted. A lot has changed. First off, good news. Reggie Bush reinstated at the University of Southern California. He's back in the Trojan family. Quite possibly top three college football players ever. It was a joy to watch. He messed up. He broke the rules and he paid a huge price. So welcome back, Reggie. It's great to have you back. So 2 weeks ago, only two major threats to the world, a global pandemic and worldwide recession, potentially depression. Fast forward 2 weeks, now we have nationwide demonstrations and protests against police brutality. There's even protests in other parts of the world. And let's be frank, they're protesting systemic racism, which is alive and well in America. I can't think of a time in my lifetime where there have been more just huge disruptions to our way of life, to the economy, and it's just bizarre. And I think we're in for a pretty long ride on some of these fronts. But I think there's some good that's going to come out of it. My 2 cents as a white male, I've had advantage at every stage of my life. My parents were married 43 years. My dad worked. My mom stayed at home, raised the family. We went on regular vacations. I didn't know anything about food insecurity. We never had any financial insecurity. Fast forward to being an adult white male. I qualified for several home loans. I've gotten car loans. I've gotten equity lines. I've never, ever faced discrimination in my life. I have no idea what it's like to be black in America. Zero. I've never been profiled. I've never walked into a store and had women clutch their purses. I've certainly never worried about getting pulled over. I get pulled over, I'm pissed because I'm about to get a ticket. I'm not upset and fearful that I might die. I just have no basis to understand what's been going on. And reading the stories and watching the news past few weeks, it's just been horrifying. It's been sad. And if nothing else, my eyes are finally open. I'm definitely listening. I'm hoping to learn. It's just amazing. And what happened in Georgia on Tuesday was ridiculous. Black voters in and around Atlanta were waiting in line 3 to 4 hours to vote. Meanwhile, white Americans 15, 20 minutes away in the suburbs were walking right in and out 15 minutes. It's just bizarre. It's not even bizarre. It's wrong. It's called racism. And it's got to change. And why are we voting on Tuesdays? Can we not vote on the weekend? Can we not have a national holiday? What about this? What about this? What if we mailed in the ballots, put them in the mail? Because Oregon's been doing that for 15, 20 years with virtually zero instances of fraud or abuse of any kind. It's a false narrative. So let's vote by mail. Let's do it on the weekend. And let's have a national holiday because that's something we can fix. And it's ridiculous that we vote on Tuesdays and Black Americans have to wait in line 4 hours. It's wrong. I am encouraged this time, maybe encouraged. I'm optimistic because today's youth are so much more passionate. Their eyes are open. They don't have their head in their sand like so many generations. My generation's been complicit, willful ignorance, apathy, indifference. My kids are different. They're already fed up. My son was 20 years old. He went down to a demonstration the other night. I couldn't have been more proud that he did that. His 88-year-old grandfather didn't really know what to say. That's profound. But these kids today, they're not only connected to their iPhones every minute of the day and to the internet, but they're socially connected. They're socially aware. They believe in climate change. They care about inequality. So I think this next generation is going to kick all us older people in the ass and hopefully get us to stand up and support our fellow Americans. So I am optimistic in that front that I think it's going to be different this time. On the college football front, I think good news all around. I think a lot of camps are opening, facilities are opening on Monday the 15th. And I think by early July, there'll be some organized practices. And I think everything right now for most programs is a go. There'll be football late August, September. I don't think there's going to be any fans. I think there's a host of questions, whether there's a surge in the virus, how are you going to test and trace people, so many things, but I certainly hope that my Trojans get a shot at Alabama on Labor Day, and I hope that the Buckeyes come to Autzen, and I hope my Buffs play at Kyle Field. So I'm optimistic, but a lot going on. So as always, Be well. Take care of your neighbor. Maybe meet the new neighbor. Stay healthy. We're going to get through this shoulder to shoulder. Fight on.